Oh my god, I'm so mad right now. Finally got far enough in the game to get the chest to sell things to make some fucking money. Frozen. Oh my god, it's completely, like, I even locked it and unlocked it. It's frozen. I also gained like 3 followers, bought 2 and rescued 1, because I finally have the money for these things. If I fucking restart this game and my shit is lost, I will have a mental breakdown. Okay, I got it. Thank God, guys. I was about to have a fucking mental breakdown. Today has been a day. That's sure been a day. It sure is a Friday. The sun sure did come up, and it sure is officially a day. Coraline, why do you, what? Look at her robot eye. Look at her robot eye. Everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Look at it. It sure has been a day. It sure is a Friday. I laugh like Shaggy or Scooby. One of them, I don't fucking know which one. I'm aware. I know it. So, I didn't sleep very well last night. I didn't take any medication to help me sleep. Why am I missing so many eyelashes? Because I fucking pull out all the ones that I have. I pull them out. And I feel like my eyelashes were like recovering for a second there. Like, I feel like I was actually growing a little bit of like, they're not like long, but there was more than like 2. And then here I am like, let me just pull them out. So listen, I am convinced that my child's diabetes knows when I'm having trouble sleeping. Because sometimes we'll go days, nights at a time with no issues, no highs, no lows, no reason to jump out of bed and spring into action. I am absolutely convinced that his diabetes knows when to fuck with me. Because I could not fall asleep last night. I forgot to take medication, and then by the time that I realized that I didn't take any medication, it was too late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh my God, you're gonna fucking fall asleep until like 1 p.m. And that's not an option when you have 2 kids. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna roll around until I finally fucking fall asleep. About 5 a.m., finally, just the most perfect, like the type of position that you get into, like right fucking before your alarm goes off, level comfortable. My phone buzzes, and I know that buzz. I have different buzzes for different notifications. It's his Dexcom. Blood sugar is at 83. So there goes my happy ass downstairs. Oh, trust me. I think it's out to get him too. He was not happy about being woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning with me standing over him with a peanut butter cracker. He was not happy about it either. But it's one of those that you cannot ignore it. Like you don't have, it's one of those things that you don't have the option to just roll over and go to sleep. Like, it's not something that you can ignore. Either of us, either him or me. I swear it knows, though. It knows when everybody is, like, desperately tired or, like, because he was in a good sleep. He was in a good sleep. I always feel really bad. But I feel like he's so used to it, it doesn't really faze him. Like, he has my ass, if you fucking wake me up, I'm not falling back to sleep. I can't fall back to sleep. It's not happening. He can literally sit up in bed, eat peanut butter, like robotically eat peanut butter, take a drink of water, and then just conk right back out. I don't know if it's just that he's used to it. I ended up not sleeping for very long because I physically can't without help. I can't, unless I'm having a really bad depressive episode or have really bad PMS, I can't sleep in. And, it was because I needed to get the fuck out of bed and figure shit out. D has his children's hospital appointment coming up really soon, and we were talking about it yesterday. Everybody in all the adults in his life were talking about it yesterday, but nothing was set in stone because such and such needs to hear back from such, and they don't have each other's numbers, and they don't talk to each other, and who's driving, and who's paying for this and who's going and all this shit, and it like had to be figured out today. It had to be figured out today because there's like 3 adults other than me that regularly go with him, like not all at one time, usually it's just like 2 of us, that need to figure shit out with work, and none of them had. And I was like, okay, well, we have to get this shit figured out because I have to know. I have to know what's going on, or I will start crying and have a bit of fun. And then I had this moment where I was like panicking, and it took a lot longer than it should have. It took a lot longer than it should have because it was a lot of them like calling, emailing, texting their bosses and waiting to hear back. And me being like, I swear if I sit down to film and like something happens, I will start crying mid-film and I will not have any pride about it. It also caused me to panic a little bit because usually on the days that we go to the children's hospital, it's like a whole ass day. And I try to be like a day ahead with filming. So on days like that, I don't have to worry about it. Like that can be the main focus. There's no rushing, anything like that. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I going to film to put myself a day ahead? What the hell am I going to film to put myself a day ahead? A makeup video, probably. Hooker, why are you blurry? Stop it! There's a damn light. Are you happy? It's been a little bit. I've been searching around my room for a set of press-on nails to put on. I've been looking for these for a while and I finally found them and I'm very excited about it. All the other ones that so I have like tons and tons and tons of press-on nails that I could wear, and the reason that I don't is because none of them have glue. And listen, the glue, like you would think that I have an abundance of glue in this house, because the amount of press-on nails that I go through. And I do, but the problem is, whenever I find a tube of it, it's like glued shut, and then I try to get it open, and I end up destroying the nozzle. So I usually just cave and like wear a set that I just bought. And a lot of times I'll go into a store and I'll see a set and I'll be like, ooh, mine! But listen, that's not what this is about. Actually, it is what this is about. It's kind of it's a part of what this is about. Because I was on an adventure, okay? I was going on a fucking adventure right there. This rage segment is brought to you by this. Bitch, what the fuck? I'm like 99% positive that this is the same one. If it's not, it's extremely fucking close to the same one that I had Epps by me a couple of weeks ago. If it's not the same one, it's half a shade different. That apparently I got on clearance at Rite Aid and forgot about. And you tell me why this was in a box of shit to give away. And what makes me very angry, this has never been used. This has never fucking been used. I'm so pissed at myself. Do I know for sure if this is the same one? No. But to my eyes, visually, it looks like the same fucking one. And apparently I already had it, and apparently I paid it $3.24 fucking cents for it. Oh my god. Okay, it's 4. And I don't think that I'm posting today. I got up and I washed my face, as you can tell by my lovely hair, because my intention was to sit down and try to put on Kiss strip lashes with the Falscara shit, because somebody around me told me that that's what they do, and I'm gonna fucking call their bluff because there's just no way that fucking works. Can't find my Kiss lashes. The only things that I can find is my Dollar Tree lashes, and those have like a really, really thick band on them. Like, I bought Dollar Tree cluster lashes, and the band on them is too thick to use with the Falscara. That has nothing to do with anything, but I couldn't find them. And I was like, oh my god, like, I have to lay down because I'm giving up on life, right? And then the boys came home from having lunch with E's dad, and E was just not having a very good time. I don't know if he was grouchy because he didn't sleep well last night, or from the heat or whatever, but he was having a little bit of a moment. And then as soon as that shit calmed down, what is on my bed? Oh, it's a fuzzy. I thought it was a little tiny spider. And then after that shit calmed down, I'm laying here, I'm like, I can get up, I can film a little bit. I get a phone call, and it's the lady from the hospital where I'm supposed to be going to get the MRI. And she's like, hey, like, as this, like, sorry, my lungs are not happy with this weather. They're never happy, but they're really not happy with this 100-degree weather. But she's like, hey, like, the tone of her voice was just, like, super, like, I'm about to give you bad news. And she told me that they haven't heard back from my insurance yet about the authorization for my MRI, which it was supposed to be Monday. And I am thankful that they called me, because they could have waited until Monday to call me when I was, like, walking out the door, or already spent, like, a bunch of money on gas, or just fucking sent me a huge bill in the mail. But she's like, can we reschedule this out for a couple of weeks just to, like, make sure that everything's, like, good before, you know, you drive all this way? And I was like, absolutely. But I ended up talking to my insurance company as well, because she was like, we'll schedule you out for a couple of weeks. So now it's on July 8th. Because she said 2 weeks. I started panicking, thinking that 2 weeks was going to hit on, like, around the time that we're going to the children's hospital. So I panicked a little bit, but she scheduled it out to July 8th, which is, like, way past whenever we're going. But she's like, I'm going to reschedule you and hope that we hear back from them by then, but you could reach out to them and, like, find out what the holdup is. The holdup is my doctor's office can't really give them a valid reason as to why they need to cover any portion of an MRI. And guys, when I tell you the amount of fucking self-control that I had to not be like, I think this whole thing is ridiculous. But, you know, my whole thing is, like, I always think everything's fine, and then things turn out not being fine. Or I panic about things that I shouldn't panic about. Or I don't panic about things that I should panic about. So it's just like, okay, I'm just going to sit here while you push and pull with the doctor's office, and if something happens, I just will whatever... the appointment. Cancel the appointment. Because if they won't cover a portion of it, I can't do it. If they won't cover the majority of it, I can't do it. Those bitches are fucking expensive. And that's why my insurance is probably not going to be happy when the doctor's office is like, well, we've done a bunch of other stuff. Like, I'm sure you can see that. Okay, so why do I need to get an MRI? I'm just trying to do what I'm told and, like, not insult people's intelligence, even though every fucking time that I talk about my doctor, I basically insult her intelligence. I just feel like this is all a little ridiculous. Anyways, it's so fucking hot in this room right now. I straight up told the lady that called me about rescheduling, I was like, just so you know, I'm, like, not upset about this at all, because, like, I didn't want to drive in this weather. I have to drive out of town. I don't want to drive in this weather. I'm not going to get as lucky as I got yesterday whenever I went to therapy, and the shitty weather, like how hot it got, ended up holding off until I got home. But guys, I gotta lay down for a minute because I have a fucking migraine. I'm feeling it right here. Isn't it like an ice pick headache? And I think it's from stress and the heat. And just the fact that I haven't really gotten good sleep. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to nap. I feel like it might be a little too hot to nap. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't think I'm going to be able to post today. I'm just going to kind of vlog throughout the day. I'm actually thinking about setting up, like, I have a lot of those fold-out coffee table things that people used to eat dinner on all the time in the 50s. I'm actually thinking about setting up on my bed, like setting up one in front of my bed or beside my bed, and just bringing my ring light over here for, like, whenever I'm filming myself doing my makeup. And, you know, that's an easy setup takedown. Because where I film right now, it's a desk with a thing beside it, with one of those tables beside it. So it's almost like L-shaped. But I never take it down. It's up all the time. That might be better, though, because I'll be further away. I'll be, like, 7 feet away from the air conditioner as opposed to, like, 4, and it'll be hitting the back of me, and I can actually feel it instead of sitting, like, beside and over from it where I can't feel it at all. So that may be better for filming this summer. I don't know. I might set it up and then, like, do some, like, testing clips to see how it goes. I'm just thinking, that's all. Anyways, I'm gonna lay down. I don't think I'm gonna be able to post today, and I don't think anybody's gonna be upset about it. I know that everybody's understanding and everything, and I know that you guys know that, like, mom shit comes first, and he was really having a hard time. Anyways, I'm gonna take a nap, and if I do anything else today, I'll vlog it, and if not, you're gonna see a black screen, and it's gonna start at tomorrow. I think there's shit on my camera lens. Is that bad? I'm sitting here waiting for my hot water to build back up, warm back up. I don't know how it works. I just gave both the boys showers and got them ready, and they are off to do something with E's dad like they do every weekend. And I am just sitting here thankful that I talked him out of wanting to go to a festival because it's so fucking hot out. It's too fucking hot out. The last clip that you guys saw before today started, that was me and Winnie went outside. We went on an adventure to take my crystals outside to charge under the full moon. And I want to say I'm very proud of the broccoli tree for sprouting, despite the fact that the sad beige couple next door tried to kill it. I knew in my heart it wasn't going to work because it still has roots. I'm sorry, if a tree falls down and it still has roots in the ground, it will continue to grow. Like it will, like a new tree is going to come and there's going to be leaves, and it doesn't make a fuck. Nature will find a way. You have to completely destroy it or it will find a way. So I'm very proud of the broccoli tree, but also, our whole backyard, our backyard, the grass is very tall right now. Because we had tons and tons and tons of rain, and then we got hit with that, with the heat wave that we're currently in, and nobody's mowing, nobody's weed eating, nobody's doing anything. So our backyard is like, it's not like really, really bad, but it really needs mowed. And also, I just don't give a shit. I don't care. Like, I don't care. My whole front yard is like moss and shit. I don't care. As long as it doesn't become like a breeding ground for like mosquitoes and stuff. It's just like whatever to me. What was I going to say? Oh, there was lightning bugs everywhere. And I was trying so fucking hard to like get them on camera, and it wasn't working. And I was like trying to run around and like scoop them up and hold them and get a video of one of them in my hands. And you know what happened? Sorry, I got a notification. They weren't having it. Like sometimes they'll sit on your hand for a second and then they'll fly away. None of them were having it. None of them would even land on me. But I honestly, I was running around the backyard with my phone, and Winnie was just sitting there watching me, and I was like, I feel like that scene in Shrek, like POV. You're a lightning bug, firefly, and I'm trying to catch you. But think about that scene in Shrek when he's like, Donkey, what am I? And Donkey looks up at him and he's looking down and he's like, and Donkey's like, really, really tall. That's how I felt I probably looked looking down at them, especially because I was fucking huffing and puffing because it was really hot out and I was getting kind of frustrated. I kind of felt like Shrek in that scene. That's probably how I looked. I also had this moment where I realized that I probably had enough to post yesterday and I just didn't. Guys, I got hit with one of the worst fucking migraines I have had in a very long time. And it had nausea with it. And I don't usually get migraines that have nausea with them, and that's what I got. And I could not fucking fall asleep. And about probably 12:30 I caved and took some sleeping medicine, and it knocked my ass out. I do kind of feel today like I'm in danger of a migraine. I do feel a little nauseous, but I'm gonna try to push past it. I'm gonna try to push through it, because I will lose my entire day to doing nothing. And I feel like when I stay in bed, it just makes everything worse. It just makes everything worse. Do you guys ever do the thing where you're like, tomorrow will be a better day, and you wake up and tomorrow is not a better day, and then you're like, okay, well, tomorrow will be a better day, and then it's not, and then the next thing you know, you've lost 10 years of your life. You ever do that? I do it all the time. Anyways, I want to shower and play with makeup. Epps is at the gym, probably not for much longer. The boys are with Eve's dad, and I just want to sit down and play with makeup. That's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. I'm kind of thinking tonight, if it cools down enough, like if it gets below like 85, we might set up the projector and watch a movie or something in the backyard. I don't know. But I just feel like playing with makeup. I just feel like doing my nails and playing with makeup. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.